My sister stood in our grandmother's kitchen, holding the vintage diamond ring Grandma had promised me since I was 8 years old. Ashley claimed our mother said she deserved it because she was getting married first. What neither of them knew was that Grandma had her attorney amend her will 24 hours before her death, and the updated document was sitting in my purse. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this story because what happens next will leave you absolutely stunned. Mom says I should have it since I'm getting married first, Ashley said, the afternoon sunlight catching the 3-carat vintage diamond on her finger. It makes more sense, right? I need a wedding ring. You're not even dating anyone. I stood in the doorway of our grandmother's Nashville home, still wearing my black funeral dress from that morning. We had buried Grandma 4 hours ago. Take it off, I said quietly. What? Take off Grandma's ring. Right now. Ashley turned to our mother, Patricia, who was rummaging through kitchen cabinets. Mom, tell her you said I could have it. Mom sighed without turning around. Lydia, your grandmother would want Ashley to have it for her wedding. She's getting married in 3 months. You don't even have a boyfriend. It's practical. Grandma promised me that ring when I was 8 years old, I said. Sitting right here at this kitchen table. She told me, this ring will be yours one day, sweet girl. Grandma was sentimental, Mom said dismissively. She said lots of things, but the reality is Ashley needs it now. You can have something else. There is nothing else, I said. That ring is the only jewelry she owned that mattered. Ashley admired the ring on her hand, turning it so the platinum band's tiny engraved roses caught the light. The old European-cut diamond from the 1920s was the kind you couldn't find anymore. Grandma had worn it daily for 60 years. It's perfect, Ashley breathed. Lydia, you understand, right? This is my wedding. My special day. Grandma would want me to wear it. Grandma wanted me to have it, I said. That's why she put it in her will. Mom finally turned around. What will? I pulled the envelope from my purse. The will Grandma had her attorney update 2 days ago. She signed it the day before she died. The kitchen went silent except for the ticking wall clock. Ashley's face went pale. What are you talking about? She whispered. Grandma called me last week, I said. She asked me to come over. When I arrived, her attorney was already here, Mr. Patterson from Patterson and Associates. She had him update her will. She made very specific bequests. I opened the envelope and unfolded the document. It was dated 6 days ago, signed by Grandma and witnessed by her attorney and her neighbor, Mrs. Chun. To my granddaughter, Lydia Marie Collins, I read aloud, I leave my grandmother's diamond ring, the one I have worn daily since my wedding in 1964. This ring has been promised to Lydia since she was a child, and I want to ensure it reaches her as intended. Ashley's hand trembled. That's not possible, Mom said sharply. She wouldn't. She did, I said. She called her attorney directly. She was worried that after she died, someone might try to claim the ring for themselves. I looked directly at Ashley. She was right to worry. Mom snatched the document from my hands, scanning it quickly. Her face reddened. This isn't fair. Ashley's getting married. She needs. What Ashley needs, I interrupted, is to take off my ring. I'm not taking it off. Ashley backed up as if I might lunge at her. This is ridiculous. Grandma was old, she didn't know what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing, I said. That's why she had her attorney present. That's why she had witnesses. That's why it's legally binding. You probably pressured her. Ashley snapped, panic creeping into her voice. You manipulated her when she was weak. I was at work when she called me, I said calmly. She had already scheduled the attorney. She had already decided. Mom set the will on the counter, her expression hardening. Lydia, be reasonable. Ashley's wedding is in 3 months. We already took engagement photos with that ring. Her fiancé is expecting. Expecting what? I cut in. That you'd steal my inheritance? Don't be dramatic, Mom said. It's a family ring. It should go to whoever needs it. It's not a family ring. It's Grandma's ring. And she left it to me. Not to the family. Not to whoever gets married first. To me. Ashley's eyes welled with tears. How can you be so selfish? It's just a ring. I'm your sister. My wedding is the most important day of my life, and you're going to ruin it over a piece of jewelry? That piece of jewelry, I said quietly, is the last thing I have from the person who raised me. That stopped her. Guess it was true. Our parents divorced when I was 7 and Ashley was 10. Mom worked constantly. Dad remarried and moved to California. Ashley spent summers at cheer camp and weekends with friends. I spent mine here with Grandma. She taught me to bake, taught me to sew, sat with me through heartbreaks, rejections, and failures. She showed up for me. Ashley. She visited on holidays. She called on birthdays. She hadn't really known Grandma. Grandma was special to both of us, Ashley said weakly. Was she? I asked. When was the last time you visited her? I've been busy with wedding planning. Before that, I said, when was the last time you came here when you didn't need something? Ashley said nothing. I was here every Sunday, I continued. I bought her groceries. I took her to appointments. I sat with her when she couldn't sleep. Where were you? That's not fair, Ashley whispered. You're right, I said softly. It's not fair. I stepped closer. What's not fair is you taking my ring on the day we buried her, and claiming you deserve it because you're getting married, I finished. Mom stepped between us. Both of you stop. Lydia, I understand you're upset, but Ashley has already shown this ring to people. She's incorporated it into her wedding plans. You can't just steal my property because it's inconvenient to give it back, I said. That's not how inheritance works. It's not stealing if we're family, Mom snapped. Yes it is, I said. That ring was bequeathed to me in a legal will. Ashley is currently wearing stolen property. Ashley yanked the ring off her finger and slammed it onto the counter. Fine. Take your stupid ring. I hope you're happy destroying my wedding day. Your wedding day isn't destroyed because you don't have my grandmother's ring, I said calmly. You can buy your own ring. Your fiancé can buy you one. But you can't have mine. She ran out of the kitchen, her footsteps pounding up the stairs. Mom picked up the ring and held it out to me. I hope you're satisfied. You've made your sister's engagement about you instead of letting her have her moment. Mom, this isn't about Ashley's engagement, I said. This is about Grandma's last wishes. About honoring what she wanted. What she wanted was for this family to stay together, Mom said coldly. Not for you two to fight over jewelry. Then you should have taught Ashley not to take things that don't belong to her. I took the ring from Mom's hand and slipped it onto my right ring finger. It fit perfectly, just as it always had when I tried it on as a kid. I could almost see Grandma smiling, telling me the story of the day her own grandmother passed it down. The fallout. The next few weeks were brutal. Ashley posted on social media about family betrayal and selfish siblings. Mom stopped calling. Dad texted from California. Really? You're fighting over a ring? Ashley's friends filled her comment section with support. You deserve better. Family should help each other. She's so selfish. I didn't respond. Didn't engage. Just wore Grandma's ring every day and thought about Sunday afternoons in her kitchen. Her famous pecan pie, her stories about the original owner of the ring, her soft hands guiding mine. The legal battle. 2 months later my phone rang. Lydia, Mr. Patterson said, there's a matter we need to discuss regarding your grandmother's estate. What kind of matter? Your sister has contested the will. My stomach dropped. Can she do that? She can try, he said. But we have strong medical documentation showing your grandmother was of sound mind. And we have witness testimony. Still, it will delay settlement and it may result in legal fees. I don't understand, I said. Why would she contest the entire will? It's just one ring. It's not about the ring anymore, he said gently. She's claiming that if your grandmother wasn't competent regarding the ring, then none of her decisions should stand. That's insane. Unfortunately, he said, it's common. The hearing. 3 months later we went to court. Ashley arrived with a lawyer Mom had paid for and a dramatic statement describing Grandma's declining mental state. I arrived with Mr. Patterson, Grandma's medical records, and Mrs. Chun, the neighbor who witnessed the signing. Your grandmother was sharp as a tack the day she signed that will, Mrs. Chun testified. She knew exactly what she was doing. She told me she was worried Ashley would try to take the ring. She wanted to be sure Lydia got what she was promised. The judge reviewed the medical records. 4 days before she died, Grandma's doctor had written, "Patient is alert, oriented and has full mental capacity. Patient is clear and consistent about her end-of-life wishes. Ashley's lawyer argued I had unduly influenced her. Mr. Patterson countered with phone logs proving Grandma had initiated the appointment, prepared her own notes and made each decision independently. After reviewing everything, the judge ruled in my favor. The will stood. The ring was legally and irrevocably mine. Ashley stormed out without looking at me. The aftermath. Her wedding was 2 weeks later. I wasn't invited. Mom sent me a photo from the reception. Ashley wore a brand new ring, a huge modern diamond, probably worth more than Grandma's vintage stone. She looked beautiful. She looked happy. Mom's text said, she didn't need your grandmother's ring after all. But that had never been the point. 1 year later. Ashley and I still don't speak. Mom keeps me at arm's length. Dad still doesn't understand why I made a big deal over jewelry. But every time I look at Grandma's ring, I remember Sunday afternoons in her kitchen. I remember her voice, her stories, her love. People ask if I regret fighting for it, if losing my relationship with Ashley was worth a piece of jewelry. But they don't understand. It wasn't about jewelry. It was about the promise Grandma made when I was 8. It was the last piece of the woman who raised me. It was proof that someone believed in me enough to make sure I was remembered. My name is Lydia Collins and I am wearing my great-great-grandmother's diamond ring, the one passed down through 4 generations. My sister tried to take it the day we buried Grandma. My mother told me to hand it over. But Grandma had other plans. She changed her will 24 hours before she died. She protected what she'd promised me. And now the ring sits on my finger. Exactly where she wanted it to be. Because some things aren't about money. They're about promises kept. Ashley got her wedding. She got her new ring. He got her special day. But she didn't get Grandma's ring. Because it was never hers to take. It was always mine. Grandma made sure of it.